Hey guys, it's Mark from Ace Tutors. If you are struggling with probability, this video's for you. Over the next couple minutes, I'm going to be giving you a quick background and high-level description of probability. And then in future videos, we're going to dive deep into some of the trickiest and most popular concepts in statistics to help you ace your class. So overall, probability is an incredibly powerful tool that we use every day with or without knowing it. Whether you are a calculated poker player or a professional researcher, or even just looking outside to see whether you should bring an umbrella or not, we all use probability all the time. At its core, probability is a branch of math that we use to calculate the likelihood of certain events. To see how it works, let's look at one of the most common and simple examples of probability, flipping a coin. Now, if I were to ask you the probability of flipping a tails, most of you would intuitively be able to tell me that it's 0.5 or 50%. But how did you come up with that? To see where this comes from, let's look at a simplified formula for probability. To calculate the probability of a random event x, which we can write like this, you would find the number of possibilities that satisfy that event or condition, and divide it by the total number of possibilities that exist. So for our coin example, to calculate the probability of getting a tails, we know that there are two total outcomes possible, either a heads or a tails, so that becomes our denominator. Then we know that there is only one of those possibilities that would satisfy our desired condition of flipping a tails, so that becomes our numerator and gives us the same result of 1/2 as before. And if we were to do the same thing for calculating the probability of flipping a heads, we would get the same result of 1/2. Now, although this was a simple example, it provides great insight into the rules that all probability follows. The first rule says that the probability of any and every event must fall somewhere between 0 and 1, with 0 being something impossible, like me trying to figure out my girlfriend's thinking, and 1 being something that's absolutely certain, like you smashing that like button to help support us making these videos. Anyway, the next rule says that if you were to add up all the probabilities of all the different outcomes of a certain event, the result will always equal 1. Which makes sense. If you perform some action, there has to be some outcome. For the coin example, there are only two possibilities, each with a probability of 1/2. And if you were to add those up, you would see that it does equal 1. Finally, the third rule is written like this, where this little c represents the complement of A, or the probability of A not happening. So this says, if you take the probability of A happening and the probability of A not happening, it must equal 1. Which again makes sense, because for any given outcome to an event, the outcome either must occur or not occur. There's no possibility of a middle ground where it does and doesn't occur. So that's the basics of probability. In future videos, I'll be going into much deeper detail on the subject and covering much more complex concepts. Once again, if you enjoyed or found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel to see more of our content. Thanks again for watching, and remember, you have big dreams. Don't let a class get in the way.